1899 at Corio Oval when they won 162 to 1. That's a record that might stand for a while.
To one.
Wojcinski to Blake. The overlappers to Harley.
Average handball.
Del Santo for the day has had 3 kicks. That's number 4. 6 handballs to go with that, but he's had a quieter month. Now Luke Ball running to the 50, stopping, turning.
There's no one to give it to.
And going wide. Gehrig. Well, hasn't been his day.
The train was Miles, he'd already made his lead. No one had run to the goal square, and Darren Milburn was sitting there ready to pick it up.
Here's Blake. Saints goalless in this last quarter. 3 behinds their return. Several gettable shots. Can Milne get something back? No.
It's poor choice, poor execution on the shot. Just these last 2 kicks that have tried to be long have just come off the side of his boot.
And the impressive showing in the first 3 quarters has now given way to heads-down disappointment for the Saints fans, thousands of whom have left this stadium over the last 20 minutes. More than 42,000 were here, and the game was hot for a while. Mooney towards the 50, good ball. Gary Ablett, will he take off? No. Hangs onto it eventually.
Might get Rowan to find out how Raf Clark is travelling, because we haven't seen too much of him this afternoon. He's had just 3 handballs.
Jared, he has been on and off the ground and has been speaking to the physios. Obviously, he's had a long time out with a few injuries, but yeah, so obviously first game back and just trying to ease him into it, but hasn't had much impact tonight.
Steve Johnson lining up his third. He's kicked 2 goals for tonight. 2-5. And may have copped one above the left eye for his trouble. So the margin is 9 goals as we work our way towards siren time. Whoa! Graham saves the umpire by playing on. We won't hang him for it. Ball.
And Geelong haven't dropped off the intensity. They're still running hard to make sure they're accountable for their opponents. No easy possession for the Saints, even though the game has been well and truly blown out.
Graham with 32 possessions now in his return from a hamstring injury. That's the leader for the Saints today. Hayes has had it 19 times. Egan can't mark there. Hayes right on his season average as Mackie squeezes the kick for the boundary line, and it's wobbling, rolling, and has helped over. 2 minutes to go. Matthew Egan's career is on a big upswing. As he closes in on the 50-game mark, there is a hold.
But Egan's been good. Harley's back into the side to add some more strength to the defence. Matty Scarlett, who played on a small leading player last week in Ebert, has gone back and picked up the 110-kilo Fraser Gehrig. They've got enormous amount of flexibility and run out of that back half.
Stokes. Verling. Joel Corey on the run from 45 to the top of the square. We'll get a boundary throw in.
Looked like he was just running a little bit too quickly there, Joel Corey, to get the full kick on it. But he works so hard. He's been a top liner for a long time now.
Blake. Oh, Ablett, good pick up. Ooh. This is Nathan on the left. As they try to add some percentage. They entered with a league best 151.5%.
I think Ling was just worn out and thought, I'm not going to let my opponent get away now, and just wrapped the arms around, gave a free kick away.
Graham. Sending it out wide. Armitage. There's a couple of metres on Corey, closing fast. Armitage fumbling, getting it back as we head inside the final minute. Saints goalless here in the last quarter, just 2 goals for the second half. Comprehensively outplayed late by this Cats team that's seemingly marching towards September. Can they finish with one more? Milburn, Wojcinski has been terrific, and that is the fitting exclamation mark. satisfied, Geelong fans. You're at your peak right now, a 10-goal lead.
That's a classic example of how the game's been played. Turnover at half-back, and Geelong in numbers have just run through, broken the forward 50 and kicked a goal on the run. Powerful display, and they've finished it off full of running, and it doesn't appear that there's any injury concerns as well, so they'll come out of this game chock full of confidence, 5 in a row.
Free kick to Kilda in the centre. Cam, run Marty in his face. Marty
threw mud in his face, did he say?
Kilda free kick.
Water, was it?
Kilda free kick.
Yeah, he's remarkable.
Kilda free kick. No need to spray the water in his face, mate.
Throw the water in his face. Ah, dear, oh dear. We've heard it all now.
No, it's just not on. It's just not on, Cam.
I haven't heard of that rule before, I must admit.
Misconduct somewhere along the line. Fiora to Gehrig, to Hayes on the run, 30 metres out. Nothing more needs to be said. 10 goals. Biggest winning margin for Geelong over the Saints for 5 years. They've had a close-fought history of recent times, but tonight it's been simply emphatic. Make no mistake, Geelong are the hottest team in the AFL right now. It's a 5-game winning streak. Competitive for a while, and then they blow the Saints away. It's a 10-goal win.